everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing good. So, uh, if you have been a very frequent subscriber to my channel, you might have seen that all my videos in here focus on solving the problems, right? Now, today it's going to be a bit different. We are going to understand a little bit of theory. Plus, we are going to understand the concept here. Okay. The reason is that I have received multiple messages asking to explain this particular topic. Plus, I think this particular topic should be known by all the UiPath developer because this kind of topics is widely used in across the platform, right? So the topic in question is the JSON. Now, here we will have a series of recordings or series of sessions. In this first session, which we're gonna do is focus on a little bit of theory. I won't go much deeper or try to understand entire JSON because that you can find it in any websites or tutorial platform. I'm just gonna explain those informations that way with those minimal practical knowledge you can start building or solve any of your day-to-day automation problems with respect to JSON. So now let's get into a theory. But before we jump into all these activity, I just wanted to take few minutes from your end, maybe 30 seconds max. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. It's gonna be a huge help for me. Also, your support means a lot, and if you subscribe, share, and comment it, it may reach a lot of people. And if they are facing such kind of issues or want to learn new informations, then they can easily access these recordings and can get to know about them, right? So that's my main agenda of this channel. Now, without any ado, let's get into theory. So what is JSON? JSON, the keyword stands for JavaScript Object Notation. So it's a lightweighted data. You know, if you have a large number of data, you can actually use a JSON so that it can be a lightweighted data. And the way that you write a JSON, right? It's easy for human to read and they can easily write also. Also, it is easy for machine to pass them as well, right? Now, the structures of JSON, you have two things, either object or an array. Object, uh, oops, let me go back. Object, it's enclosed between flower brackets, right? So if you see here, this is an example. Your name is my key, and this is value. So basically, object will have a key value pair, and it is enclosed within flower bracket. Value name sorry key value. Now array, so for array it's like instead of enclosing between the flower brackets, you will be enclosing in the square bracket, just like how you define array in normal other scenarios, right? So array of objects, you can also have array of objects, same whatever you have it in uh, objects, that includes it in the array. So that becomes array of object, like the way that you see it over here. Next, we'll learn why JSON is important. So if you're new to automation, you must know that, or you may end up using APIs a lot in here. So JSON is usually the most common output for APIs, and also it is very useful uh, for reading the structured data from file, also passing the data between your robots and external system, right? You can ignore this point that I have mentioned over here, that you can use UiPath deserialization JSON activity to turn a JSON string into an object you can work with. So I'll explain the informations on whatever I have mentioned over here. I'll explain in detail while performing or while working on a problem statement, right? Now I have this problem statement. Let me open. copy this, or I already have a copy, I guess. Let me open my studio. This is my studio, and this is the JSON file. This is the JSON data. Notepad just once. Yeah. The same data, if you could see, name John, and then age 30, UiPath SQL and CS, right? So I have whatever it is there in the PPT. Now, let's have a simple, this is very simple JSON file. Let's have a simple automation that we create. So in our JSON, this is, let me zoom in a bit, right? So I'm sorry, bear with me. I think just, yeah, my mouse is not properly working. Anyway, so this is my JSON data. So I have employee have in name key value as John, age key value as 30, skill as array of data. Now, how do I work on this? It's very simple, right? Before even getting started, you need to have something called web. Uh, So official UiPath web activity, install this. So basically it has a informations of, or you can perform a deserialization JSON. You have two things here, deserialization JSON and array. I'll explain both of them in our, or I'll explain one right now and next another series. But for now, I'll open this. But for this, we need to have something called input data. We need to pass a string value, right? So to pass the string value, which is this, we need to read this data. To read this data, use read text file, place it over here. Now I'm just gonna give a path of JSON data. This is my JSON data, and I'm gonna type the value JSON text. Okay. That's my JSON text. Now that same variable, I'm gonna pass it in here, JSON text. Now here, this is the output, J object. This is variable I'm creating, or I can just mention J obj as well, which is J object or JSON object. The type would be J object, right? Newton's of dot JSON dot link dot JSON object. Okay, the entire variable type. Now I have the value. Let's do write line, or you can use log also. I'm just going to use write line. I have JSON object. Now from this, let's take out simple for now, name. We want name, right? So for that, we need to pass through employee. So JSON object of employee, and then uh, next would be our name, which is this. Let's go back to the code, paste the toString. Okay, let's run this and see how we will get the result. Okay, see, we got the name as John Doe. Okay, now we have the name. Let's do one more thing. Let's try to get the age. So instead of name, age. Okay, age, we have received age also 30. Now we need to get the skill. So to get the skill, let's do for each, because it's an array, right? It's an array. If I just use this, that means I'm just going to show you. That's better, right? Skill. Is it skill or it's skills? Skills. Okay. Okay. If I just show you this, what will happen? Uh, let's comment this part for now. Let us see how the result looks like. Now, if you could see here that you are, I mean, although you're getting the data, but it's again inside a array, right? Now, let us enable our for each, and let's have this. Instead of toString, let's use toObject of, okay, list again of string. This is what I'm trying to write over here. This is my object, and this is my employee subkey, subkey, and then I'm converting into a list of array. Now I will print this as current text dot I toString. Now, if I run this process end to end, should not get in a array of data. That's what we now able to see, right? So I'm not getting in a array of data that I used to get. So now we understood that how to get certain value of a key from a JSON using UiPath activities, right? There is one more thing that I want to point out. It's just going to be a bonus point in here. If you see here, what I have done it in a way. Oh, I'll just open this. If you could see in this screen, uh, I mentioned key, main key and then sub key in a flower bracket, right? Or sorry, the open bracket and close bracket. Now, do you know that you can perform the same activity using another method that JSON provides? I'll explain what is it. So this is J object, right? And dot, if you give a dot, then you have something called select token. Now, you use dot method, and I'll remove this one also. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just also going to mention that using select token. Okay. Now let me run this and let's see what this will give me. Using select token and normal without using select token, I'm getting the same thing. So this is another way of getting data from JSON by using method called select token. I'll explain in the next sessions what is select token, and there is one more called select tokens as well. I'll explain that also, difference between these two, and we'll work on real-time scenarios or examples of getting the data from JSON. So for now, this is going to be our first session, and this is going to be a very short video, but that's okay because this is going to act as a base for our entire upcoming sessions. That's all for today. I hope this was informative, and for more such kind of videos or sessions, please do subscribe, and we'll see you next. See you. Bye.